And now, our story continues. It was after midnight now. The two men who had been so critically injured by the explosion at the cement plant tonight had been wheeled out of surgery and into private rooms. In the office of the chief of staff, it was a tired little group who, after the pressure of the last few hours, sat drinking coffee, discussing the events of this night. Dr. Paul Bach looked at the report of the emergency treatment administered to the two men at the time of the accident. The handwriting was very familiar to him, but as to the identity of the writer, neither his assistant, young Dr. Cabot, nor his head nurse, Miss Tucker, could tell him anything beyond the fact that the writer was a young woman. But when he learned that the woman had been a passenger on an eastbound bus, Dr. Paul had an idea. One that was confirmed when he questioned Dick Haggerty, foreman at Jonathan Smith's cement plant, when he asked for a description of the young woman. He knew then when he had seen the handwriting before. He remembered the note his mother had handed him earlier this evening. It was an astonished Dr. Cabot and Miss Tucker who heard the chief of staff say that Virginia Martin was back in town. Without any further explanation, Dr. Paul grabbed his raincoat, hurried out of his office. At the end of the hall, Jonathan Smith, Dr. Bach's father-in-law, was waiting for him.
Paul, where are you going?
I'll be back shortly, Jonathan.
Now, wait a minute, Paul. I've been sitting around here cooling my heels in my own hospital, and nobody will tell me anything.
If you'll talk to Johnny Cabot...
Hey, wait a minute. I want my report from the chief of staff, Paul. Not from some assistant's assistant, and certainly not from that ex-playboy.
I wouldn't talk that way if I were you, Jonathan. Not after the surgery Dr. Cabot has performed tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like
But
to
I want to know about my men, Paul.
The operations were successful.
Yes, I've heard that one. Operation successful. Patient died. I want to know...
Sorry, Jonathan, I haven't time to tell you any more now.
Well, you'll have to make time.
Dr. Cabot is in my office.
But, Paul! Doggone it, Paul, wait a minute. Oh, of all the high...
What's the matter, boss?
Oh, Haggerty.
What's up with the doc? Where'd he go tearing off to?
I don't know.
Say, Mr. Smith, you wouldn't be able to drop me off at my house by any chance, would you?
I'm not leaving.
Why not? There don't seem to be much point in your sticking around here. Wilkinson and the Paulson kid are okay now.
What do you mean they're okay? All I know is that the operations were successful. Do you mean that they're going to live?
Well, sure, we hope Harry and Billy pull through okay, but that's not the main thing we got to worry about.
You're my foreman, Haggerty, not my advisor.
All I'm trying to say is that nobody around here is interested in the accident. I'm sure of that. All they care about are the patients.
Well, I'm interested in patients, too. Especially Harry Wilkinson.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but don't worry, boss. You see, I was talking with one of the nurses, and she tells me that Harry's likely to be out for days. He won't be able to talk for a long time, if ever. So, don't worry.
I see. And what about the men left out at the plant? How many are there tonight?
5, I think. Yeah, 5.
You'd better see about getting them back to town.
Corey Murdoch left here feeling like Paul Revere or something. He said he'd take care of it.
Oh. Well, that's right. He left some of his bus passengers out there, didn't he?
Yeah, so it's his responsibility. The bus company's got to look after its passengers, so incidentally, if he can make it through, he can bring our guys back, too.
Okay. Better call the bus depot, then, and check with Charlie Weinert before you leave. Let me know.
Yeah, okay, boss.
And try again to get a call through to the plant. Find out what's going on out there.
Okay, but I imagine the lines are still down.
I'll try anyway. And one more thing, Haggerty.
Yeah? What, Mr. Smith?
When Dr. Bach sent for you a short while ago, you're sure he didn't ask any questions about the explosion?
No, it's just like I told you. All they seem interested in are the guys who were hurt and the babe that gave us a hand. They act as if she'd saved the day or something.
That might not be such a bad idea. I hope they'll be able to locate that girl.
You do?
Yeah. I could see that a great fuss was made over her. Quick thinking, heroic action, that sort of thing. If enough attention was centered on her, it might ensure diverting attention from the plant, from the accident.
Yeah, but I tell you, boss, I didn't like that babe. There was something about her. You know that feeling you get sometimes when you know trouble's coming?
Forget it, Haggerty. Intuition's something you don't have. Well, anyway, it was just an idea. Might bear thinking about.
Well, for my dough, I hope she's on her way someplace, minding her own business.
But Dick Haggerty's intuition might very well be correct. The finding of the young woman in question might well be a key to much that is unexplained about the accident tonight. But Virginia Martin is a young woman with her own fears. A fear that what she has done tonight might lead to the revelation of her past, a betrayal of her true identity. A young woman who is as determined to get away as Dr. Paul Bach is to find her. Dr. Paul, who at this moment pulls up in front of the Weinert Moving and Storage Company, goes into the ramshackle old building, which also serves as a bus depot.
Who is it?
It's Dr. Bach, Charlie.
Oh, just a minute. I'll be right down. Hey, Dr. Paul, isn't that a terrible thing about that explosion at the plant?
Yes, Charlie,
Corey was telling me all about it. You know, it was a funny thing. I couldn't sleep tonight. For some reason, I was thinking of Corey and that old bus he was driving. Had it on my mind. Don't know why, but for some reason, I was kind of worried about that trip tonight.
Charlie,
Then I heard a banging on the door here, come downstairs, and when I seen it was Corey, well, you could have knocked me over with a feather. He said the Paulson boy was pretty badly burned.
Yes, he is.
What about Harry Wilkinson?
Well, he has a good chance, Charlie.
You always talk like that. But I was telling the wife, I said you'd bring him through okay. You've had him brought into you torn up worse than that.
Well,
All I can say is that it certainly was Providence that the bus happened to be passing just then. Like I was telling Iris, suppose the explosion had happened in the daytime when the full shift was on.
Yes, that certainly was some consolation. But, Charlie,
Yeah,
I'd
but
like
of course it's still tragic. Oh, Harry's wife was here tonight, you know. She was taking the baby over to Rankin to visit her folks. She was upstairs sitting with Iris when she was waiting for the bus, telling her how things was going for her and Harry. Sure seems like some people
Look,
have...
Charlie, hold it just a minute, will you?
I'm sorry. Guess I'm kind of all keyed up here. I always talk more than usual when I... what is it, Dr. Paul?
I'm looking for Corey Murdoch. I thought he might be here. Or that you could tell me where I could find him.
Well, Corey's gone back out to plant. At least he's going to try to make it.
Oh?
Figures if he could go through that flooded section once, he can do it again. Left some of his passengers out there, you know, and... what do you want to see him about, Dr. Paul?
Well, I wanted to ask him about a Miss Martin.
Oh, that girl. Yes, Corey was telling me about her. Say, she sure was quick on the trigger, wasn't she? That's what I call fast thinking. She did a wonderful thing tonight.
Yes, she did. Did Corey say anything to you, Charlie, about where she was going or anything?
No, he didn't. All he said was that they got to the hospital, and first thing he knew, she was gone. Couldn't figure it out, but some people like that, you know. Somebody else would want to stick around and get a lot of credit, like that Haggerty, for instance. Corey told me he was a pain in the neck all the way through, and that if it hadn't been for this Miss Martin, those two boys would still be lying out there at the plant.
Charlie, I've got to find that girl.
Oh, you do, huh? Well, she's probably staying with friends.
No, I don't think so.
Well, guess there aren't too many places you could be. You'd start calling around.
No, I have to see her in person. Otherwise, she'd try to get... Well, I have to get back to the hospital. Will you tell Corey to get in touch with me when he returns?
Yes, I'll do that. But the young lady must be in town someplace, Dr. Paul. As I recall, she was going to Chicago, and there's no train or bus to Chicago until morning. And she wouldn't be likely to buy a train ticket since she already has a bus ticket.
Well, when is the next bus to Chicago?
5:30 tomorrow. Or I should say 5:30 this morning.
Have you had any calls or inquiries about it?
Nope, not a one.
Well, if you have, Charlie, if you hear from Miss Martin or if you see her, get in touch with me right away, will you?
Sure, Dr. Paul, you bet I will.
A little later, Dr. Paul Bach was driving back towards the hospital, confident now that Virginia Martin wouldn't be able to leave town without his seeing her. Determined now that she shouldn't leave. Determined also to find out why the young woman had said that she wasn't trained for any particular sort of work. A statement that was belied by everything she had done tonight. By the report that was even now on his desk at the hospital. A report that only someone connected with the medical profession could have written. Why, Dr. Paul asked, why had she kept that from them all these weeks? But I wonder, Dr. Paul, Even if you find Virginia Martin, if you'll get an answer to that.